Hi George, we're going to go over the basics of your system right here. You see we've got it all laid out right now. I'm just going to go over a brief overview of what you have and how to hook it up. In your owner's manual that we're giving you, we've got a basic schematic for the DC wiring. That's going to be on the second page of the book. What you see here is you see an overview of what you have. Basically each system has its own DC battery positive breaker. On the top side we got where the inverter hooks in. We also have a DC bus bar for the negative here, one that goes to the inverter. Everything that goes to the inverter I've sectioned off in a zip tie right here on the system. So if you follow the leads, basically you're going to have two negatives that go on your right side and two positives that go on your left side. The shorter one's going to go to the top battery. There's going to be 4 on each shelf. I've just got 2 in here because I don't have your batteries in stock right now. So you can hook the negative up here. You're going to parallel the negative to the bottom. You're also going to parallel down there. You're going to do all this internally, and you're going to repeat that same process on this side with the positives to each shelf. You'll do it again all inside the enclosure. There's knockouts here. There's also knockouts on the side, on both sides, or in the back, wherever you'd like. Also included is the series cables. They're color-coded, red for positive, black for negative. You go to the positive of one battery, to the negative of the other, then it's a series connection. Going up to here now, I'm going to wrap some of these in so I can show you. You're basically going to, it's going to come with all these wires stored in it. And then we've got the E-panel door hinge right here. If you look down inside of here, you can see where the AC in and out, it's all labeled right in there where to hook up to. You're going to wire this to the E-panel. So you'll mount that on the wall first, and you only want it to be about 6 to 8 inches above this, no higher. Once you have that back plate on the wall, line up the hinges over here and slide it down, and then again everything I've zip tied comes in here. I'll just feed it through the door, and you'll hook up red to the positive, black to the negative. This is the stacking cable. This has one inverter talk to the other. You'll put that in the blue slot. This is the remote meter. Hooks up to these. Got them labeled here. Number 2 goes to the inverter 2, which I've labeled on the front of the inverter here. And controller 1 I've labeled as 1 with the arrow pointing to where that inverter will be. Both of them have a port, and they'll plaque in to where it says, the stack port, is red. That's why I put the red tag on. And the remote will hook into the blue one. A little confusing. Red tag goes into the red hole, not the blue into the blue slot. That's where the white one goes. I've labeled them. If you want for any other reason, there's a conduit on the back side. So if you want to tuck some wires in there, you certainly can. Again, there's also one for up top. I just haven't put that in yet. Once you get inside of the E-panel, we've already got a bypass built in. So if the battery system ever screws up for whatever reason, you can always just get straight grid power right there. Invert is the position that you'll want it to be on for backup. Each side has one. Inside of it, you see an AC hot in. This is where you're going to bring in the grid power. It's going to pass through the system and go to the AC hot out. This is where you're going to have your sub panel hook up to. So all of your backed up loads are going to be hooked up here. The neutral is common. The rest of these bus bars are just extras that come in with for solar photovoltaic systems. Your main DC disconnect switch is off. A reminder that whenever you're working with this system, I put a warning in the middle that there are both AC and DC loads hooked up to here, so make sure everything is off in every aspect before you work on anything. That is about all that we'll talk today in this video, but if you have any other questions, give us a call. Thank you very much for your business, George.